All right, Shalom. The name of this lesson is going to be Ye Know Not What Ye Worship. First and foremost, I'm going to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honor to my apostles, to the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace and love to all the brothers pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom. This is John chapter 4, verse 21. Yahweh Shai answered, saith unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh, when ye shall neither in this mountain, nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship, know not what we know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. And that's another thing that, is coming today. These people do not know what they're worshiping. They're worshiping, they're not worshiping the true Father. They're not worshiping the true Father. And the reason why is in verse 24. Verse 23, it says, But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So you must worship the Lord in spirit and truth. These people out here, they don't really know what they're worshiping. Verse 25, it says, The woman said unto him, I know that Messiah cometh, which is called Hamashiach, which is the anointed. When he is come, he will tell us all these things. Tell us all things. Yahweh shall say unto her, I that speak unto thee am he. So, these people do not understand what they're worshiping. They're worshiping idols. That's what they're worshiping. People have made idols their refuge. According to the book of Jeremiah, I'm going to get a couple precepts in there. I believe it's Jeremiah chapter 2. Because our people worship idols into this very day. The main idol they worship is Caesar Borgia. So-called Jesus Christ, Jesus Christos. I believe, I know what I'm looking for. It's Jeremiah chapter 2. I believe it's 30-something. Bear with me for 1 second. This is Jeremiah 2:28. It says, But where are the gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to thy number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. Because our people have a lot of idols. And one of the commandments was not to worship any other god, because he's a jealous God. Exodus 20:5, it says, Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I Yahweh thy God am the jealous power, visiting iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations of them that hate me. Exodus 34:14, For thou shalt worship no other God, for Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Deuteronomy 4:24, For Yahweh thy God is a consuming fire, even a jealous God. The Lord told you many of times. Deuteronomy 6:15, For Yahweh thy God is a jealous God, or God among you, lest the anger of Yahweh thy God be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. Deuteronomy 32:16, They provoked me to jealousy with strange gods, and with abominations provoked they him to anger. Let's keep reading in there. It says, They sacrificed unto devils, not to God, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten God that formed thee. And when Yahweh saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see their end, will see what their end shall be. For they are a very forward generation, children of whom is no faith. And that's common today. Same people, reincarnated in these last days, serving false gods, no faith in the Lord. Say they love them some Jesus, man. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God in this Caesar Borgia character, and these Allahs and all these other bullshit ass gods. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. And the Lord did that, man. He stripped us out of our land and put those damn Jews over there, man. For a fire is kindled in my anger, and it shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. I will heap mischief upon them. I will send mine arrows upon them. They shall be burnt with hunger, and devoured with burning heat, and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them, and with the poison of serpents of the dust. The sword without and terror within shall destroy both the young man and the virgin, the suckling also with the man of gray hairs. I said, I will scatter them into the corners. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. And that goes into, the Lord. Who did the Lord use to do these things? He used Esau. Psalms chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the Lord used these devils to execute majority of this vengeance, man. And one thing that really sticks out, I got a little look at it again. Okay, Psalms 83. Remember what Psalms 83 said. Psalms 83, and I'm going to get to the point. Verse 4, it says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. It says, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee, against the nation of Israel. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, and the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. And this is what has happened, man. According to because of our iniquities, the Lord allowed this to happen. This is prophecy. It says, verse 26, I said, I will scatter them into the corners. The Lord did that. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. And they did. It did for a point in time. But the Lord is bringing it back. The Lord, did all of this. Verse 27, where is not that I fear the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hand is high, and Yahweh has not done all this. See, that's what Esau do. Esau takes all the glory for what the Lord did to us, man. Read it, man. It says, our hand is high, and the Lord hath not done all this. They don't think the Lord is the one that did this to us, man. They think they getting all high and mighty. They stepping out of line now. They behaving themselves strangely. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise, that they would understood this, that they would consider their latter end. How should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them and Yahweh had shut them up? Exactly. So the Lord is the one that gave us into your hands. The Lord is the one that did this. You devils trying to take the credit for it, for something that you didn't do. The Lord is the one that put us in this predicament. Because if the Lord wasn't on on your side, we would have stumped your ass. For their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges. For their vine is the vine of Sodom, and the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall, and their clusters are bitter. Their wine is poison of dragons, and their cruel venom of asps. Is not this laid up and stored with me, and sealed up among my treasures? To me belongeth vengeance and recompense, and their foot shall slide in due time. For the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste. For Yahweh shall judge his people and repent himself for his servants, when he seeth that their power is gone, and there is none shut up or left. And he shall say, where are their gods, their rock in whom they trusted? Goes back to people don't know who they worship. Which did eat the fat of their sacrifices, drink the wine of their drink offerings. Let them rise up and help you and be your protection. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that could deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. When I with my glittering sword and mine hand shall take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and reward them that hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall be devour flesh, and that will with the blood of the slain of the captives from the beginning of revenges upon the enemy. So this is what we're looking forward to. The Lord's going to judge us, according to what we did, and the Lord's going to turn around and judge these heathens accordingly too. Rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and will render vengeance to his adversaries, and will be merciful unto his land and to his people. So ye people know not what you worship, and because of that will cause you to be put to death. And we, week in and week out, telling you the name of the Father, who you ought to worship, but these people are stuck on stupid. Hey, so the scripture says, if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. It also says this, Revelations 22 and 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. So we ain't been all out of shape because you people worshiping these other gods. The Lord is gonna show you that he was the one that would have been there before you, but you people have been inconsiderate on Yahweh Shem Shai and his existence. You forgot about him. You ignored his word. You ignored his son. You wanted to do your own thing, so you're going to pay for that. So with that, I'm going to give all praise and glory, saying, Call Halayim La Yahweh Shema Shabbat Hashem Rakakodash. Double honor to my apostle, to the elders, great millstone. Much peace and much love to all the brothers pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.